proposal for rejuvenating. The East African Railway Master Plan is a proposal for rejuvenating existing railways, serving Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda and extending them initially to Rwanda and Burundi and, eventually, to South Sudan, Ethiopia and beyond. Kenya, Uganda, and South Sudan have initiated plans to revamp multiple railway projects. These would promote multinational trade between the East African countries. South Sudan in particular does not have an extensive rail system. The current rail infrastructure was constructed between 1959 to 1962 and was left over from the previous Sudan government is in a serious state of disrepair. South Sudan road network is not in a good state and more means of transport are being rehabilitated. GULU, JUBA railway line to be resurrected. Uganda and South Sudan have resolved to fast-track plans to immediately build a modern railway line linking northern Ugandan's GULU city and Juba through Numili. This was disclosed Friday following a meeting between Ugandan ambassador to South Sudan and the advisor to President Salva Kiir, Dr. Costello Garang. The 920-kilometer-long rail will run from Uganda's GULU city to Wau in South Sudan. This would pass through Koboko to Araba, Kaya, Ye to Juba. The multinational railway would cost South Sudan a whopping $600 million to construct. The railway from Port Mombasa, Kenya stops at GULU. Hence the plan is to connect South Sudan to Uganda and to the coast of East Africa. The government of South Sudan and Uganda intend to complete this project as soon as possible. First and most importantly, this will promote regional trade and development between the two countries. Regional trade integration is a cornerstone of East African country partner states' trade policies. This involves, among other initiatives, strengthening of public relationships. Precisely, the rail would connect South Sudan to the coast of East Africa. This would make importation and exportation of goods to the country easier. For a country like South Sudan that's going under first phase of development, this would be a huge deal to pull off. It would twice as many speed up the country's development initiative. 2. It would improve relations between South Sudan and the rest of East Africa. South Sudan's relationship with other East African countries aside Uganda is not so active. With East African Federation largely looming in the near future, it is wise to revamp up relations now. This would be the first railway line in the country since Baba Nusa, Sudan to Wau Railway. In the early 90s, the railway that got worn out and was never resurrected